People in Atlantic Canada are showing just how much they've been waiting to get traveling. We are now seeing some long lines of traffic at the border between Nova Scotia and New Brunswick this hour. This is the first day of the Atlantic bubble. Residents of New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, P.E.I. and Newfoundland and Labrador can now travel freely between the provinces. Brett Ruskin has been with us all morning on this story. And Brett, I guess you're what, on no man's land, in no man's land between New Brunswick and Nova Scotia right now?
I'd love to tell you where I am, Michael, because I know that behind that truck there is the flags that say, "Welcome to New Brunswick, welcome to New Brunswick." This is where you enter the province. Over there's the flags, "Welcome to Nova Scotia." Here, I have no idea what province I'm in, but I do know that there is traffic all around me. I pulled over to talk to you. And so now this is the situation that residents and people that are trying to get across the border are dealing with. There are long lineups in both directions here. Again, the reason why all of this is happening is because before today, throughout the entire pandemic, people that made this crossing between New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and over to Newfoundland, Labrador as well, had to self-isolate for 14 days. So you cross the border, you have to go straight to a residence, stay there for 2 weeks, not leave the house, essentially. That was dropped as of midnight last night. So now all of these folks, people that I've been speaking with as well, have been telling me that they're here to visit relatives in another province. They're here to just travel and do tourism type things. We actually heard from someone who had been waiting for this, a man who lives over on the Nova Scotia side, and his cottage is just kind of 15 minutes that way on the New Brunswick side, hasn't been able to visit it. Here's what he had to say.
Cottage season opens for me normally in April, not the long weekend in May, and there's traditions that have, Mother's Day, for example, lobsters at the cottage. That's just something that we do, not this year. So it's difficult for a lot of people, not just myself.
And so again, that's just one example of the people who are traveling, across the border right now, today, and likely going to be expecting delays over at the Prince Edward Island border, the Confederation Bridge, over to that province too. Michael.
Okay, so as we continue to track the story, we have to say, the best laid plans oftentimes don't work out. You had the plan to keep traveling today. What's going to happen now? What's next for you?
Yeah, so just kind of behind the scenes how CBC works, or at least how my planning works, I thought I was going to have, one live hit in Nova Scotia, one in New Brunswick, one at Prince Edward Island, 1 hour after one another. So I've done 3 hours, and I've maybe traveled 500 meters or so. So I'm going to get back in line and see if I can't get through and officially into New Brunswick again, basically right now standing outside of New Brunswick and technically outside of Nova Scotia as well. Michael.
Okay, well, it just shows how many people are itching to travel in the Atlantic region. Brett, thank you for that.